What's
I got
going
some
on?
candy on the way, so
Some
I,
candy.
I
Welcome back to another episode of King's Corner / The Man Cave podcast. I am here with my girl Tina Wolf, the intimacy coach. Tina, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm
Hopefully y'all
so
can see me. Sorry about the darkness.
It's all good. Look, we finna deliver value. Tell them they get what
We're gonna light it up. There we go.
they get what they paid for, and they paid a motherfucking dime. Hey, if you're watching this from YouTube, we are finally monetized. If you love me, if you fuck with me, if you want to help me grow the content, send a super chat, send a sticker, send us something, nigga. I don't know. Send something to me. Okay. So who is the comment? Okay, she gonna say cut that down. I already know what she gonna say. All right. Let me get my lights right. Let me get my lights on. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, Tina, it is time for us to continue our conversation. Let me tell you, I just got up from one of the best massages I've had in so long.
Yay.
So yes, I'm so relaxed. So,
I'm jelly. I want one.
Go get you one, girl. Take care of your goddamn self. You got to.
I know. You know what? I need to put my thing on. Do not disturb. There we go.
Me too. Let me do that.
Do not disturb.
And
there we go. I think. Oh, and mute. There we go. Boop.
Okay. So I want to set some. I say all that to say when I get a good massage, I come back in like a very loving state. Like I've expressed all my what do you call it? Trapped emotions through my body, and I just come back super loving and understand. This is going to be a great conversation. I want to set 2 rules for engagement, though. 2 rules, just because I know it's going to help for us to have a better conversation. First rule, no shaming language. No shaming language. Which shaming, yes. You don't do it on purpose. Most people don't do it now. Some people do it on purpose. Most people don't. But shaming language includes the word should. He should. She should. That's because you're automatically saying that someone is not living up to a standard that you've set or society has set. Like, so we got to not use should, right? Instead of should, we got to use I want. I want him to. ... Because now you're just
keep it focused on yourself.
Yes. Yes. And then 2, people do this a lot too. No grouping people together when we're talking about genders. So often I will say, men feel this way or men have this particular challenge. And then people will say, oh, well, women do too. And it's like, cool, we get that. But for right now, we're focusing on the man, right? Otherwise, we're grouping them together. And it's like, there's male nature, there's female nature. There is overlap, but then there are things that are like
human nature.
Well, no. There's parts of human nature that are just male, though, is what I'm saying. Just like there are certain parts of human nature that are just female. So when we're talking about men, let's talk about men. And then if we're going to pause it and then talk about women, let's pause it and talk about women. But let's not try to...
In other words, let's not tell each gender what they're supposed to be doing.
Correct.
Suggestions, but not telling.
Yeah, you can suggest whatever you want, but it's...
Correct. Suggestions, but not telling. There's a difference between telling and suggesting.
Let me give you a better example. I remember I was probably like 9th grade or some shit like that, 10th grade. And I had this friend, her name was Adrian. And I remember I learned that women get cramps. And I was like, I don't understand what the hell y'all complain about. I get cramps in my leg all the time. She was like, nigga, it's not the same. I get cramps in my... But you couldn't tell me that my cramps weren't her cramps.
Correct. Because no one can discern that level of pain and cramps. Correct.
So what I'm saying is, I don't need to talk about... If we're talking about women's cramping issues, we don't need to talk about how men got cramps too. Because they're different.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, cool.
But you're saying don't suggest how a man can get a cramp out of his leg or a woman can get a cramp out if you're not that particular gender.
No. That's not even what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when we're talking about men's cramps, We're talking about
Yeah.
just men's cramps. And when we're talking
Okay,
about
got
women's,
you.
that's what I'm saying. Yep.
I'm just making sure that I'm like not saying, okay, we're talking about men's cramps. So for men's cramps, can I suggest da 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 da? You're saying don't do that.
I'm not saying don't make suggestions. I'm saying
Oh,
when we're talking
just
about
don't start saying
gender,
this what you better do. Got you.
well, I'm I'm having
You
a hard
said
time.
don't tell. There's a difference
No,
between telling and
that's not what I'm
suggestion.
saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let me change it. When we're talking about cats, we talking about cats, and when we talking about dogs, we talking about dogs. Let's not mix cats and dogs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, don't say well women do it too or will men do it too. Got you.
Correct. Because we're gonna get to the man, or we're gonna get to the one once we're done with this one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Got you.
Anyway, what was our last conversation? How we want to pop this one off?
It's a lot of last conversations.
You
But
said.
let me
Go ahead.
I will say this. I want to practice one thing real quick. So y'all, my name is Tina Wolfe. It's WOLFE. I don't need people misspelling my last name. So that's something I'm gonna start doing when I get ready to brand my business, because my website, my future website is gonna have my last name, and it ain't WOLF, although I can be, but it is spelled WOLFE. So
Got it.
Tina Wolfe. So I want to bring up something that currently is going on with one of I'll say one of my clients that I'm assisting and mentoring. And this is familiar because I personally have experienced this as well. And I want your opinion on it. Have a little compassion. You already said you would.
Yeah.
Okay. So long story short, basically there was a breakup. The breakup was
Wait, I need demographics too. How old is she? Is she married? Do they got kids?
They do not have any children. They've been together for about I would say they've been together for like over a year and a half.
Okay.
And I don't want to give too much details, but I'll just say this.
Can you tell me what are they in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s?
I would say 30s. She's probably in the 30s. He's in the 40s.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. They're living together, and there just seems to be, I will say, maybe the finances, right? Which we know finances can take everybody. I've been in marriages where I've actually been the provider, and I had a house husband working part-time taking care of the kids. Okay. But the finances was a huge part of the breakup. He initiated the breakup, and so this is where I come in to help her transitioning through this process. This is not something that I have not done before. It's not something that I have not done myself. First question, right? Usually when to me, right, when the man initiates the breakup, women, especially like in this case and my personal experience, not anymore, but in the past for me, we tend to think that men do not have any emotions, especially when they're the one that is initiating the breakup. We feel like the decision for them to make that, number one, it's not hard. We don't think that their feelings are hurt. We don't think they think about us. And since the title of this show is what is clarification, is it clarity of the male perspective? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I want you to clarify for me just a little bit of insight before I ask the next question. Just if you could just clarify for me, do you feel like that's true?
No.
Can you elaborate, please?
Yes. So this is where I said we finna get into some man shit. Okay, like this is distinctly men. This ain't got nothing to do with women. This is just a man thing.
Correct.
Men see love as suffering. Meaning, like, typically the women that men love the most do the most emotional damage to them. So you know how like a woman might say, now I'm switching genders. A woman might say, oh, I'm here, I'm complaining. She's nagging, but she's here and she's trying to do something about it. And do something about it is nagging, right? So she'll say, I'm here, so therefore that's proof that I care.
Right.
Okay. A man is like, I'm here and I'm suffering. That's proof that I care, right? And so men will go to therapy. You know how me and you talked about how men will show up or they won't want to be a part of it, or be like this, and they'll be real standoffish. It's pain. That's love. I know it sounds weird as fuck, but that's love. Because he wouldn't be there if he didn't love that woman. Let me give you another example. If I go to play basketball at the local rec, and let's say I'm playing with a guy who I don't know, and he calls me a bitch ass nigga. Those are fighting words.
Yes.
Those are fighting words. They got like,
yeah.
You've just caused me pain to my psyche by being disrespectful and saying that to me.
Correct.
What if I'm hooping with my boys and he dunks on me? He's like, yeah, bitch ass nigga. Nigga, fuck you. It's banter. It's playful. I hurt you, you hurt me. Love. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I love him, so he can speak to me that way.
Right.
He knows I love him, so I can speak. This nigga, I don't know this nigga. I don't love this nigga. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's kind of like with my family. Like, I can talk about my sister, but you can't talk about my sister.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, by the time, here's my belief: by the time a man breaks it off, oh, she been acting up, because men don't leave. You know what man left recently? Not even recently. Megan Good got divorced. The husband left. Oh, Megan Good was acting up, because men don't leave. Because remember, to sit here and it's gonna hurt. It hurts me to stay with you and let you engage with me this way. It also hurts for me to leave. So at this point, the pain of staying is greater than the pain of leaving. So I might as well leave. So no, like because let's be real. If he really didn't want, if I really didn't want nothing to do with my wife, I could just leave the house and never come back one day. It'd be so much easier. Keep all my little coins. The fact that I slow my life down to include her is proof that I love her. The fact that I listen to your problems and I don't fucking want to listen to your problems, it causes me pain, is proof that you love her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so, that makes sense.
So yeah, men very rarely leave because they've been taught, they've been hardwired that suffering equals pain equals love equals loyalty.
So okay, this is my next question, right? So for me, and thank you for elaborating, because that's pretty much what I told her. So in the instances where maybe during the separation or the breakup, let's say that the man is missing the woman. Most of us is gonna miss, each other during this missing period. Even if he's not initiating the contact, and let's say she's initiating the contact, and he's responding to it. Sometimes he responds, sometimes he don't respond. What do you think is going on there?
It sounds like sometimes he want to respond and sometimes he don't want to respond.
Do you think that's an indication that maybe he's contemplating reuniting?
No, it just means I don't hate you enough not to talk to you. But here's the thing. The question, we're kind of in the air with it. The question is, what does she want? Does she want him back?
Yeah, she does.
Then she needs to drop her ego and just go give him some head.
He's in his healing space, so he doesn't want her there as a distraction.
So if she showed up, would he let her in?
Oh no,
Will she go?
she wants to.
So is she too
I,
afraid to
I,
show up?
I'm me personally. I'm a person that now in the past I will pop up on you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a danger in doing that
Mm-hmm.
because it could go either way.
Well,
Um,
here's the thing. Remember how I told you? Well, that doesn't matter. Here's what I recommend. Like, like, how do I say this? The man that the woman wants, so desire to be close to something or to have something, right? It's proof that the thing that you desire is valuable, is worthy, it's worth something to you, right? Like you're not knocking down the door of a guy who you really don't care about, right?
mm-hmm,
You're not showing up, you're not giving your body to a guy consistently who you really just don't care about, right? You're not following his instructions. And
right.
so what I'm saying is that a woman wants a man who is better than her, taller than her, stronger than her, faster than her, makes more money than her, right? So
Mm-hmm,
therefore, in order to get that, he has to get less. You have to be shorter, slower, not as capable in the things that you care most about, right? And so because he is better than you, not total as a human being, he's just as much a human as you are, but he's better than you in these categories that you deem important. To me, it makes sense to respect that and act like that. Meaning, if this is the best man that you believe you can do, act like it. Act like it. Act like this is the best that you can do. Now, is he perfect? No. Is he going to say things and do things that are stupid and they're going to hurt your feelings? Yes. Is he going to let you down? Yes. All that's going to happen. And that's still the best thing you can do. So, act like it.
I
Stop.
mean, you're not lying, but
Act like it.
I'm with
Act like that's Big Daddy. Go say, hey, look, you hurt
you.
me and I was sad and I was hurt, but I'm sorry and all this other thing. And look, I don't want to make war. I want to make love. So pull your pants down.
So
He not gonna say no.
I'm
Give
finna.
him his favorite dish and then do your thing and then leave and say, hey, I want you to have time to miss me. Let me know when you want to see me again. He gonna hit you again. He gonna hit you again.
I don't know because you know you and I have had these conversations about sex, the power of sex, and all
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but before I get into the sex part, I wanna, because we touched on this. We talked about building, like when the man is building, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly what you said on that, but I I don't want to go into what I said, like you said, but
Mm-hmm.
let's just throw in there
Mm-hmm.
that he is in the stage of building,
Okay.
right?
You mean
Uh,
financial, like status and success wise?
right. Like he has everything, but they made a major move, which it costs more.
Okay.
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 So that changed everything. So you go from being in this dynamic of everything's cool, we got gravy money coming out to
We're investing. We're in a season of sowing.
and I kind of need you to step up
The woman he needs the woman to step up.
a little bit. Yeah. Not a whole lot.
Meaning
Not a whole
go
lot.
get a job, or what is stepping gonna look like?
Yeah. Like take care of yourself, basically. Just
Okay.
take care of yourself.
What does that mean?
Okay. That means take care of yourself and your bills for a little bit, not a whole, just a
Gotcha,
minute.
gotcha. Do they
Because
live together?
I'm building. I need to get
Do they live
up.
together? They don't live together.
They were living together at the time.
Oh wow. That's a little different. So they live
Because
together.
I'm saying the move,
For
this
her
was a
field.
major move. You going from this small thing to this big thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you and I have both worked off of commission-based businesses before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, sometimes during that transition, yeah, you qualified now, but now, you know what I'm saying? You
So when you say take
could
care of
anything
yourself,
happen.
do you mean just have like go make money so you can get your hair and your nails did,
Just
or
just just
if you
take
don't
care,
make that
whatever your
money,
bills are, take care of your bills yourself.
what about food?
Just for a little bit.
He can't feed her.
No, he takes care of all that stuff. All household things are taken care of, but he just need her to take care of her that extra expense of herself for the moment, just
what is
for a
all
few
included?
months.
What is all included in extra
all
stuff?
all her bills, anything for her. Like for me, let's say for me, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm,
I have a I have a car note, I got a credit
mm-hmm,
card debt,
mm-hmm.
I get my hair did, nails did, all that stuff. Just take care of that stuff for a few months. I need to get ahead for me. I don't need that extra expense.
And she felt how about that?
She didn't have a problem with it. She started to do that, but she was coming up short on her end.
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm,
know what I'm saying? So that she had to still kind of ask for a little help here and there.
mm-hmm,
It was too much.
mm-hmm. I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her too. I
Mm-hmm,
feel bad for them both because I feel like this is a situation that could have been communicated, but I did explain to my mentee the issue that's going on here is, remember when I talked about in the first video, I said when I did my timeline, the number one thing all men said that didn't know each other, but they all said about me was, you don't listen.
mm-hmm.
And it was like, no matter how many times I said this to her, she's like, I do listen, I did hear him. I said, yeah, but if for example, if he said don't ask for no money,
Mm-hmm.
and you ask him for $30 for gas, that's money.
I think
Now,
I think
in
you're
your mind,
I think you're using the wrong word though. She did listen. She didn't follow instructions. The instruction was don't ask me for no more money.
okay. So she did not listen to the instructions. She did not hear. She heard the instructions. She listened to the
She did
instructions,
not follow them.
but she did not follow
Let's use a
them.
smaller word. She did not obey. That's the word. So going back to what I said earlier, now that we were here, right? He said, hey, take care of yourself for a little bit. I gotta take care of this. And she, and I'm not judging her for this, still wants money. In this scenario, do you understand how it doesn't matter what she wants? Do you understand? Like, I get it. You're not wrong for wanting it. But right here, right now,
I understand that she needs the help, right? I get that. But like I explained, if your man is already stressed financially, you asking him for $30, $300, or $3,000 all sounds the same.
That's true. That's true.
And so when I said this, she's like, but it's only 30, I'm not, she didn't say it exactly, but I'm just using as an example. I said, baby, you could have said $2. If this man is at the end of his rope, he's not, as you said, you're not following instructions. And she's like, well, was that enough to get rid of me? No. Do I feel like it is? No, but I'm not him.
You know what it is, though? It's because at this point, she's a burden. Call a spade a spade. She's a burden. If I'm stressed and you make me more stressed, you're a burden. So my question is, if she, not even question, if she wants him back, the simplest thing to do, which it may not, a relationship right for him, right with him right now, may not be the move. It may not be the best thing for her.
That is it. You and I agree. I said the same thing. He asked, just, give me a minute. And I said, give him the minute. And she's like, well, what's the minute? I said, I cannot discern his minute. So since I can't discern his minute, I, as a woman, sometimes, especially during a breakup, and especially whether it's us initiating or the man initiating, most time, especially when it's the woman, even though we may be tired and we may even get rid of you, but we really don't want to get rid of you. We really just want you to fix it, and we're trying to do something to get your attention. most times. No, I'm
Well, okay.
serious.
I
It's
believe
like
it.
the
I get it. I
ultimatum.
get
It's
it.
like the ultimatum ain't work. Me yelling and
Mhm.
screaming don't work. Me telling him, emasculating him does not work. Maybe if I
All
put
these
his ass
solutions.
out or leave, it's gonna work. I'm
Why
not
are
saying it's
all
logical.
why
This
are
is,
all these solutions so goddamn toxic?
I'm telling you, when and I'm to me, when I was young, these are all things I did. This is how I know that.
Mhm.
Remember the other video I said I
Yeah,
did all the wrong shit. I
yeah, yeah.
know this is why I can help people because
Mhm.
I've done a
Mhm.
lot of the wrong shit.
I don't understand how y'all look. I shot at his mama. I
Because
tried to get him
it's
fired from
like
the job.
you get to the end of your rope, and this is where I feel like if I was to tie this, if I was him on the other end, right, and I have been,
Hmm.
I, I'm to the point where talking ain't doing shit.
Exactly.
So I gotta put, nigga, here go your black trash bag, you know, and you gone.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, do I want you to stay gone? No, I don't. I just want you to fix it, but my voice is not loud enough. And there's something that is your innate nature, as we will say, right? Your favorite word, in nature.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's you and that's who you are. Now, this goes back to the getting to know you process. As you said, sometimes, especially when I was in my 20s, in my 30s, I voted with my vagina. That's how you end up in these situations,
Hmm.
right? And or the man is offering you something that you've never had before, which we talked about that in the last video, right? The
Hmm.
wow experience, right?
Hmm.
He's offered you so many wow experiences. You're like, I don't think I can do any better than this,
Hmm.
right?
Which is not a bad thought to have. That's
It's not,
sometimes that's
but
true.
because you're having the wow and you getting digmatized and you overlook the fact of all this other stuff that this man, the instruction that this
Hmm.
man has given you to obey, and
Hmm.
you like, he ain't gonna never get tired of me because I'm gonna give him this pussy. Now we're
Hmm.
getting into the sex, right? And
Hmm.
this is why I say sex don't keep a man, okay?
No, that's the bare minimum at this point.
It don't me personally, I feel like I have amazing mouth and intercourse sex. I feel like it's fabulous, right?
Hmm.
The men that I've been in long-term relationships cannot deny that I am that. I
Hmm.
cannot deny that with them. And if you ask any of them, they're going to tell you that I'm a beast. But
Hmm.
none of that matters because I didn't follow their instruction. They didn't follow mine. I
Hmm.
ignored the flags. They ignored the flags.
Hmm.
This is the key part. When you get with somebody and you're trying to get them on your timeline, and I feel like going back to the scenario or the scenario, however you want to say it, when you go back to that, she wants now. You can't have that.
Hmm.
Right now, I feel like this situation, he's in limbo.
Hmm.
I think it's a good thing because most people don't do this. I think it's a good thing that he is taking the time, which most sometimes people don't, especially in this situation, to heal and work on himself without having the distraction of someone else being there. Now,
The liability. Yes.
now I do understand that sometimes this can be scary for the person that wants to reunite. Why? Because if there's too much space, they might forget about me.
Hmm. And that's your fault.
But if you come on too strong, you really might take a chance
No,
of getting cut
no,
off.
no. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. I'm. I mean, no, no, no. Not someone who you're already in a relationship with. You can't come on too strong. What came on too strong was your mouth. Come on strong, but keep your mouth closed. Like what she really needs is to be helpful to that man. She needs to be helpful to
I
him.
agree.
So it's like show up and be helpful, or don't show up at all. Because
In
we
the
know,
way that he wants, though, because
yes, in a way that's helpful to him.
yeah, it's my friend, our friend Asoki. She is a practitioner, a holistic practitioner, and she would always say to us, what does support look like to you?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very important question that I carry over also into my practice, because what support looks like for you and
Mm-hmm.
what I want to give you as support
Mm-hmm.
is two different things.
Two totally different things.
And no matter what my suggestion may be, you ain't gonna hear it if it's not coming in the form of the support that you want. Now, as far as the sex, you and I gonna bump heads on this, because I feel like in that situation, let's say she did show up, and let's say she's like got the sexy stuff on, and she's holding the, his favorite, she's from Louisiana, makes crawfish etouffee dish that he like or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and all this, and he like, oh shit, I ain't finna turn this down. And I know, because I've been there. You can't turn that down. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
great. Now y'all fuck, and he like all the other shit that's after that, the what do they call it? Pre-clarity nut.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting there like, man, it's like gambling. You don't know if he gonna want to keep you there or you gonna leave. He might get pre-clarity nut and be like, okay.
Here's the thing. By the time I agree with you, but by the time a nigga want to get rid of you, you spend too much time with him anyway. Leave and don't come back until you leave. Don't let him. You leave and then say, hey, let me know when you want to see me again. Let him miss you. Stop smothering him. And here's the thing. Yes.
This is very confusing, because as a woman, it's like, okay, come see me, but then don't come see me, but then leaving it. To me, it's like a game.
It kind of is, but y'all make it that way.
I don't like games, but go ahead.
If I'm struggling, if I'm stressed, if my money is not right, 9 times out of 10, if a nigga's money not right, he don't feel good about himself.
Right.
So if you're here, and we know, here's the other thing: women want things. Women constantly ask for things. Ain't no woman for to sit around no man and not ask for nothing ever. She gonna eventually be asked for something. So her presence demands giving things, even if it's just time and attention.
Even if she's just sitting there and she's like, baby, come here, I want a hug. That's asking. Okay, I got you.
Yes.
Okay.
And a nigga could love you and want to give it to you, but bitch, my money not right. I can't sit around here and hug you. I gotta, every moment I'm spending with you is a moment that I'm not being productive. So either help me be productive or leave.
Okay, so let now here's something else I want to clear up too.
Stop asking me for money. Go get me some money and bring it back to me. He'll want you around then. It's simple. This shit is simple.
I agree with you. That's a whole nother societal topic that we could talk about, but okay. I agree with you though.
Make that nigga life better. But maybe in her defense, maybe she's been taught and been raised to believe that a man is supposed to make her life better. And she's just supposed to show up.
We said that in the last video. That's what I've been taught. He's a provider, that he's the protector, and that he's supposed to be the leader. But unfortunately, I'm learning that great leadership doesn't come from having a person that is able to boss you around. Great leadership comes from me seeing you do the things, me learning to trust your processes. And during times that I can't trust your process, after you've explained it to me, you saying, you know what? I'm doing this for me, and you go do it. May not be happy. I'll give you a perfect example. Ex-husband number 4. I pick on him a lot. Number 4. When we were living in Virginia, we moved to Texas. Once he got here, because he's a Philly boy, he was like, you know what's missing here? And I was like, what? He was like, food trucks. I said, what? Ain't nobody gonna eat off no nasty ass truck. You know, like, this is in 2010. You be quiet. I said, ain't nobody gonna eat off of no nasty ass truck. No. He's like, no, I want to invest $10,000. Somebody who likes to cook. He said, I know you like to cook. all the food that you is great. Let's put you on a food truck. And I was like, I ain't finna cook on no truck. Nigga, is you crazy? 4 years later, Texas is booming with food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
We could have been part of that pioneer.
Mm-hmm.
But
But you didn't believe in your nigga dreams.
I did not. I did not. And I apologized to him for a really long time, like after that. And being with number 4 taught me that sometimes, even if you don't believe in their dream, it's not yours to believe. It's your job as a wife to support that dream.
Yes.
That's what it is. Now, I'm going to tell you where I did support him, because after that fell through. I felt bad. I was feeling real bad. But the man is brilliant. He can rap, he does poetry, he's a great speaker. So I encouraged him to do all of those things. I hired a photographer. Look, I was like, we're not gonna fuck this up no more. I hired a photographer. I turned a room in the house into a studio. I mean, the dreams that he started to have, I started encouraging them. You know what I'm saying? Because I did learn that lesson. Now, my husband at the time, he was in the military, so he got deployed. So during his deployment, I supported his dream by creating it while he was deployed. I did the legwork. I did a lot of the groundwork. And when I could talk to him, I would update him with things. You know, I set the business up. I did everything, right? Because to me, I'm a great supporter of whoever my man is. And I want to be able to provide that as long as he tells me what that looks like, right? I'm a great supporter.
You set the vision and you execute the day-to-day to
there we go. Execute. That's the word. Thank you. Yes. And
can't life be so simple?
I love supporting. Supporting is easy for me when I understand it. When I see your leadership in other areas, now I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I follow you through everything, but I am gonna follow your leadership, and then I can be inspired by you as well. Matter of fact, when we did our first podcast, I told you, I said, man, you've inspired me. It lit a fire to my, let me get it off my ass. Let me go. I've already created my business name. Let me work on my brand. You know, these are things I sent you, like, little introduction things. Just you being, my friend, have inspired me as a man, because you've already shown me this leadership by you having, you got your man cave thing set up, you got your everything set up. That's inspirational to me. So thank you and gratitude for that. And I feel like that's a leadership. Like, if I have questions about setting anything up, I'm gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? And there's another gentleman today, I talked to him about affiliate links. I easily follow, and this is what I need men to understand. Know that you don't have to ask to be followed. Just be yourself. And when your leadership shows through on something you're good at, I will naturally follow you. And that's a lot of women.
For sure. Check this out. You ready? Those are the only men you should be pursuing.
Correct.
That's it.
Correct.
So that's correct. So now, what I have seen women do, they'll get with a man whose ambition is like a 4 out of 10. And they're like, man, if I just really pour into him and I can really get his, he not that ambitious, love. Slow your roll.
I've done that too. I've had the boyfriend number 1, moved in, worked. No, you move in here in this 1-bedroom ass apartment with me and my 2 kids, right? Oh, you can't afford to pay light bill? It's cool. You can't afford to help me on rent? It's cool. But you finna give me that dick though every time I want it, right?
Oh my God. He basically is just a sex slave at that point.
I told you in my 20s.
Which is not a bad position to be in.
You know what I'm saying? But then he started, I gotta go to this before I knew. I gotta go to the reserves for training. He was in the Army. I'm going to Fort Sill Reserve for training every weekend. Now, if you know, you know. Reserves is not every weekend. Okay. It's one weekend a month, 2 weeks out of the year. Okay. So when I busted him cheating, because I pulled up on him, okay, put him out, put the trash bag, the black trash bag. I'm famous for that back then. This man saved up 10,000. I will put your shit in the bag so quick. This man saved up $10,000 back then. This early 90s, saved up $10,000 on me. Invested that $10,000 into a barbershop, which he still owns today, by the way. I said, I better not ever have to pay for no fucking haircut from you or my children, right? Because you saved up. Let me see. He done owned this shop for 30 years now. Look, he done owned this shop for 30 years now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you say women have had floors.
If I'm him, I'm giving one free haircut and say, get your ass out my shop and don't you ever come
back. Man, look, you owe me some haircuts. So, but that was in the 90s. So sometimes, and I want you to realize that this comment is coming from previous trauma, right? It's coming from previous trauma. Women, because I'm talking about women that were like me, and there may be some, I feel like we're all at 3 states. I am, I was, or I'm about to be, right? So the women that am or was in that state where I was at, this is why with a new person, which they shouldn't hold them hostage, right? But with a new person, when a man comes up, even if he's successful and he starts telling you about his dreams, I'm remembering the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? I'm remembering, the second boyfriend that I had, who I taught him how to be a good husband and father to somebody else, not with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm gonna say it, as Black women, most stereotypically, most Black women on this side, when we're having conversations on this side of the house, we become discouraged because we want to support our man, and what we think is support and what they think is support is two different things. Most of the time we see the greatness in y'all that y'all don't see in yourself, and we're trying to push that out of you. And because we're trying to push that out of you, we get called, oh, you trying to be my mama and you trying to tell me what to do, you being controlling. These are all the things we have. So then when we sit back and say, oh, how you gonna fix that? What you gonna do? Then it's like, well, you're not supporting me. So there has to be some type of balance there. You can't just be all in and overbearing, but then you also can't be pulled all the way back. I saw a video earlier today that said, women, you need to be useless to men. And I'm like,
no. Like, that will work on a certain type of man, but you won't respect that. To me, let's call a buck. Any nigga that you end up with that you don't respect, you're losing. You're losing. Even if he pays all your bills and he makes your life and you don't respect him, bitch, you're a loser. I'm sorry. You're just a high end. You know what? Let me not go so hard. Nah, you're a loser. But at that point, you're kind of just like a long-term escort. You're just matter of fact, no, you're not a loser. I take that back. You're only a loser if you start trying to get other women to do that too and give up on getting the best man that you can, right?
And
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like it's coming from a place of being frustrated as a woman because you don't know your balance. But the only way to know your balance is to have that conversation and communication with the man, because there's times where I would make suggestions. That's why in the very first part of this video, I'm like, wait, what is a suggestion to you? Okay, because I'm trying to get clarity. I want to make sure it's right, because one thing that irritates a woman, and especially me, is a man to say, you trying to be my mama, or you sound like my mama. And I don't want to be your mama. You know why? Because you don't fuck your mom.
Oh
I
my.
want to be
Oh,
fucked by you.
wait. I think the deeper, because I'm all about solving one problem. What's the one problem that if we solve, we ain't got to solve no other problems? Because we solve this, we solve all of it, right?
Okay.
And I think the one problem that these women you're talking about haven't really solved yet is the problem of acceptance. Like, accept that man as he is.
I
I know
agree.
I see the greatness in him. Look, he don't see it. Fuck all that. Let him do what he wants to do. Right? Just like he got to accept you. He got to accept that once a month, once a week, he can't even fuck. I'm not trying to change you. So accept that man as he is. And if you want a more ambitious man, you go get you one, or you just accept the one that you got right here in front of you.
I agree.
And if you were gonna do something to really pull it out of him, give him some head and give him affirmations on top of it. Baby, I believe in you. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for paying a light bill. Thank you for paying the mortgage. Thank you for coming home. Thank you for being so sexy. Thank
But
you for
how
leaving.
long? But how long is that gonna last? Is that something that has to continue every time? You know, you're in a certain way. I got to keep giving you head or giving you pussy every time.
How long you want him to take care of you?
But why? But why is it always coming to the sex part though? I don't. Let me say this. I want to give you sex because I want to give you sex. I want to give you gratitude and appreciation because I want to give you gratitude and appreciation. If you are a man that works off of a reward system, and I'm okay with that. If you, because I work off a reward system. So if you like, baby, I'm finna go out here, I'm finna go to the store, I'm finna do this and that, and I'll be back at 8. And you get back at 7:59, and you say, baby, I said I'll be back at 7:59. Where my head, I'm cool off of the reward system. But I don't want to have to use my sex to convince you to do what I think you should do.
Tina, I've said this 10 times. You're not picking it up. It don't matter what you want. It don't, like, you gotta put, you have to, and I know that sounds crazy.
Convince him.
Listen. You have to put what you want behind what he wants. I know that sounds crazy. You literally just sat here and talked to me about it a minute ago. You said, if you give me the vision, I will support you. Right?
Yes, but it doesn't mean I forgot about what I want though.
Listen.
For myself.
Listen. You want a man that's wealthier, who has more wealth or less wealth?
I've already been the less wealth part.
So you want a poorer man rather than a well-to-do man?
I said I've already been the lesser. I don't.
Okay. So you want more. Okay. So what's most likely to get you what you want? Nagging at him to get you what you, or asking him to get you what you want, whether it's time, money, attention, affection, or helping him get what he wants. And then just saying, baby, all I want in return for helping you get what you want is this. Shit, absolutely. Help me get where I'm going. You know he gonna take care of you. He's been doing it this whole time. If he wasn't gonna do that, he wouldn't be here.
If it's a conversation, and like I said, if it's a conversation and he want a reward system, I'm down. Because I work on a reward system, he work on a reward system, cool. You want me to do this? Cool. You gonna do that? Cool. I want to have a communication. What I'm saying, to me, a communication is an exchange of information. I don't mind exchanging information, but what I don't want to do is have to convince him of something that he does not want to do.
And you shouldn't be doing that. Your problem is, and I guess this is part of your problem being a woman, you talk too much. We don't want to talk to you that much. You keep using the word communication. When that man broke up with that woman, and he don't text back, he is communicating. When you come in his house and you want to talk to me, and you want to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to you, and so I'm still communicating. I'm communicating. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm always constantly communicating. Y'all think communication is only words. It ain't just words.
I understand that it's not just words.
If I'm out with my woman and a man disrespects her and I punch that nigga, I'm communicating, nigga. Don't you disrespect I don't need words. Try nonverbal communication.
I believe in nonverbal communication. I promise, because I also teach that. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about things. Okay, friend? I'm talking about things that are like major. We can't just sit here I mean, we can't telepathically.
I
Okay,
think.
like, but I'm saying if this is
Mhm,
for okay, perfect example. Remember in last episode we talked about ex-husband number
mhm,
4, and I said you need to get somebody that understands your lifestyle choice.
mhm,
Nothing I can do to convince that man. Now,
mhm.
if I was to give that man some head, which I'm not because he's remarried, but let's say he was single and I was to give him some head, that's not gonna convince him. Even though he loved my head,
Okay,
that's not gonna convince him to go find somebody.
so why are we talking about convincing if you say you don't want to convince? Why we keep talking about
That's my point to you. That's what
it?
I'm
So
saying.
what
Is
I'm not telling
we're
you to.
having a communication. We're having a communication, right? I'm using sex to try to convince him. He gonna take the head, but that don't mean he gonna follow through with what I'm
So
saying.
stop trying to convince him. I'm never telling you to try to convince a man. I've never said that. I've never said that. So here's what I think the
Didn't
problem
you
is.
just say? Okay,
Here's what I think the
say?
problem is. Let's change it. No. You heard what you heard. That's not what I said.
Oh,
Let's change it. Let's change it.
wait a minute. You didn't just say give him words of affirmation, suck his dick, and this and that and the other to try to uh convince him of what I want. Did you not just say that?
The comments say she not listening, so I don't think. Let's change it. Let me change. Let me try.
No, but if they feel like I'm not listening, then what is it that I'm not listening to?
You're missing it. It's okay. We're gonna try a different way. I think that you are with men who, you know what? No. Let's take a step back. I don't think that you understand. I think your definition of love is fucking you up. I think is what it is. I think that if I ask you, did you love these men? You're going to tell me yes.
Absolutely.
Right? And
all of them differently.
Okay. And I'm saying, and they said the whole point is being missed. I'm trying to get through to it. So but now, have you ever heard someone say, or have you ever been with someone who you know loves you, but they treat you in a way that is like very unbecoming?
Yes, that's why we're not together.
Okay. So I think that if you adopt my definition of love, if you look at it through the lens that I'm trying to give you, you will look back on your actions and realize, oh, that was not loving. What I was giving was not love. It's like if I have a child and I burn, let's say that child gets burned with cigarettes as a child growing up, and they buy for their caregiver, they're going to associate being harmed with love. And then they're going to grow up and turn the door like, oh shit, that wasn't love. That is not, that's not. Okay. So let me give you my definition of love. I think this is the definition of love. And I think that it is expressed differently between men and women. Love is the sense that the object of your love, whether it's your husband, your father, your kids, your friend, whoever, the object of the person, the thing that I say I love. Love is wanting to see that person, that thing flourish. You ready? Even to my own detriment. That's what love is.
Not to my detriment. We're not doing detriment.
Check this out. I get you because I feel the same way. So, to my detriment, that part is scary.
Now, in the past, I agree with that. In the past, but not now.
So what I'm saying is what you're doing, what you're giving is not love then, if it's not to your own detriment.
I don't need detriment at this point.
Okay, so check this out.
Now, in the past, I did that. And that did not work. That's why that's a part of what did not work.
Wrong niggas. Listen. You said that your ex had like a food truck business, right?
No, he wanted to. And I shut that down.
Okay.
Because I didn't support it.
Correct. It would have been detrimental in your mind to support that man in that dream. Correct?
Because it was his vision, not mine.
Would you agree that it would have been in your mind, it was detrimental to help that man with that vision?
It would have been detrimental for me to do it?
You believed it. Did you believe at that time, I'm not helping you with this because this is going to go terrible and that would be bad for me?
Correct. At that time, correct. That's why, yeah.
And you were wrong. Correct?
And I was wrong.
Correct. So
I went back and apologized to him.
Listen. No. Listen.
Yeah.
We just said love is doing what is best for them to your own detriment. We said that you chose not to do it because you thought it was going to be to your detriment. And so you made the wrong decision. Had you just done in that moment what you would have believed to have been to your detriment, you would be in a very different place right now. Love would have made you do that for that man. Now, it wasn't actually to your detriment. You just believed it was.
I did it later because after I saw what his vision was came to fruition without him, I was like, oh shit, I messed up.
So you held that man back.
But after that, no, I'm going to say no. You know why? Because, and this goes back to what you, no, hold on.
You're rationalizing because that man, here's the problem. That man loved you more than you loved him. And that was the problem. It was to his detriment. He sat there. He let you kill his dream to his motherfucking detriment and stayed with you because he loves you.
But learn from, I'm not without mistake. I'm not going to say that. That's why I say I apologize. But any vision he had after that, I did support him, whether I loved the idea or not. If he asked for that support, I gave him that support because I did not want to make that mistake again. So that's where the ego or however I felt about his vision got erased. And I learned that through experience. You have some people that learn through experience. And that's what I did. And sometimes and this is something you said earlier, I think it's not cut and dry. But in this situation, I will agree with the statement. Sometimes you can't care about what the other person wants. And in that situation, if he would have said, fuck it, I'm going to get this food truck, and it happened, I'd have been like, same thing. I'd have been like, well, damn, I was wrong. If he would have did it and it was successful, damn, I was wrong. If he would have did it and it failed, I would have been like, I'm still here for you. And I'm sorry that didn't work out because I'm not a person that lacks compassion.
But do you want a man or do you want to have compassion? You keep saying I made the decision. I made the wrong decision in hindsight. Yeah, hindsight is 2020. What I'm saying,
but I don't do that. But moving forward from that, because I learned from number 4, I don't do that anymore.
That's great. I'm just trying to show you that what love is scary. People swear they want love. No, they don't. It's scary. It's incredible. Do you know that love is an affliction? Do you know we are the first time in history where people want to be in love? In the past, people didn't want that shit because it's scary. It's like being stigmatized.
That's like, one thing. And that's probably why that's probably one reason my candy came. But
my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. But my I forgot what I started thinking about the candy.
Yeah.
What was I about to say? I don't know.
What I'm saying is the hardest part for a man is dealing with a woman who you love, who treats you in a way that is unbecoming, but she gives some coochie sometimes and you love her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to put my foot down and be like, absolutely not, bitch, leave me alone. But that would hurt me. And so you do this dance of you stay in line to a degree and I take care of you. But if it ever gets too much, this is not going to work, right? But most men suffer. The hardest part for a woman is trusting in a man's leadership. Like that's what this comes down to. And so to me, it's like do 100% of everything that nigga say or leave him alone. Meaning completely trusting his leadership. Completely believe that he makes better decisions than you. He knows better than you, for you, all that. And because of that, you follow every instruction because you know he has your best heart, best.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. In that instance, I will agree with you. He should not have cared about what I wanted.
Wait.
In that instance.
Wait. You use the word should. We can't do that. Take that out. Take the word should out. So I want. So in that instance.
Okay, in that instance, he needed to do that for himself. Not because I said no. right?
Yes. He should have disregarded what you said and chose
And
himself.
did that for himself. Would that have upset me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But guess
Would
what?
that have now would that have affected our relationship? Yes, but then we also could have had a communication, because there were also visions that I had that he didn't agree with, and some he did. It went both ways. But like I said, after that, I supported everything.
It don't matter. It don't matter after that.
It does matter, because I've changed the behavior.
Because
so
you
it
were
does
burned.
matter.
Because you were burned. Of course you change it. After you burn, that's like saying I touched the hot stove. I don't touch hot stoves no more.
But even still, I'm going to follow leadership. That's like with anybody. Everybody's not going to go to the cliff and jump off. I might jump off, but you may not jump off. But it doesn't mean that you don't follow my leadership. It just means you don't follow my leadership with jumping off the cliff. But you may follow me into the kitchen and learn how to cook.
Check this out. If you want him to take care of you 100% of the time, all the time, then it only makes sense that you follow his instructions 100% of the time, all the time.
And that's where we're going to disagree.
Well, okay. So then the question becomes, how often do you want him to take care of you?
I don't have to agree with you 100% of the time. Nobody is going to agree with somebody 100% of the time.
I didn't say agree. I said do as I say. You ain't got to agree. Do it.
Nobody's going to you can still agree that you can go ahead and do this by yourself, or I can agree that I will do this with you, but I don't have to agree with you.
You do not. That is correct.
But if you don't agree with me, if you're my husband and you don't agree with me and you say I'm gonna do this anyway, then now I have a choice. I can just sit back like I did. I can sit back and say, okay, let me see what happens. And if what you do happens and I see it where I be like, oh shit, it'll work. Well, that's going to give me the incentive to follow you. And that's the whole point that I feel like you're missing. You're saying from the jump.
You're saying show me proof is going to work first. Give me evidence.
In some instances, not everything, because he showed great leadership in everything else, right? But this one thing, because I have not experienced it. I've never in Texas. I've never experienced that. So for me, I can't relate. It's like if I give you a vision of mine and you can't relate to it, you can still support it. But you might also say, man, I don't know how she's going to make that happen. And you might sit back. But just because you sit back doesn't mean that you don't love me. It doesn't mean you don't care about me. It just means that you can't see the vision.
Okay, so let me tell you this. What you don't understand is what you're saying right now, while it's true, is also highly disrespectful. It's highly disrespectful.
It can be disrespectful to both parties because both parties are involved in decision making.
No. Listen. It's very simple. You're making it. You're adding all this extra stuff on top of it. It's very simple. If I invite you into my house and you have your shoes on, and I say, "Hey, Tina, we don't wear shoes in the house, so I'm gonna need you to take your shoes off, leave them at the front door." Right. If you take your shoes off and leave them at the front door, you just respected my rule. Correct.
Correct.
If you say, man, fuck all that, I'm walking in. And let's just say, I like you enough to where like I'm probably not gonna make a big deal out of it. And you just walk in. We would just say that you did not respect my rule. Correct?
Right.
Okay, so that was you were disrespecting the rules, right? So
but that's something that should be understood.
Okay.
But I gotta I wanna
You gotta go?
My candy.
Okay. We will pick this up.
But I want us to pick it up because it's juicy and I'm having to make a decision, right?
Go do your thing.
I talked about that,
Yeah. All right, do your thing. We'll talk.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We're signing off for King's Corner Man Cave. Till next time. Peace.
Bye, y'all.